If you play singles, you got to be smart and you got to hit the right shots at the right time and move correctly. And in this point, I'm going to show you exactly how both Sandrado and Rob did exactly that. Now, first, this video is courtesy of Sandrado Plays Tennis on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to his awesome channel. I've put his link in the description below. This is such a beautifully played point. So here's Rob serving. By the way, Rob has a fantastic service motion. Now the video cuts from one point to the next, but we can see right here, notice how Rob has his racket face open? That's indicative of using the continental grip, by the way. So if you're someone who struggles with a continental grip, start with your racket face open and the chances of having the correct service grip will go way, way up. You'll notice he's got the right to left service action of his racket. Right? That's the knock the birthday hat off idea. You can see at this point, this is not typical. Look how his strings are facing closed at this point. Holy smokes. He's got his wrist flexed, right, in a supinated position, forcing fantastic pronation. Look at this, strings facing off to the side. You want to talk about a service motion you could copy and improve your own? Holy smoke, that is fantastic service motion. You'll notice, by the way, he falls into the court. So this is a great finish on a serve to actually end up inside the court. And that's why when you're returning serve, it's smart to hit deep down the middle. And you can see this. Sandrado hits a return past the service line down the middle that gets Rob on his back foot. When you are playing someone who in singles is moving inside the court on their serve and ending up inside the baseline, return down the middle, and if you can get it as deep as you can, you'll get them leaning on their back foot, and that's exactly what Sandrado does to Rob. Now here Sandrado could hit cross court, but he didn't. He hits the ball down the line, and he hits through the court, and that gets Rob running backward to hit a slice. And that's a good thing, because if Sandrado can move over and possibly hit an inside-out forehand or an inside-in forehand, it's going to make it easier for Sandrado to take hold of the point. Now, Rob hits the ball short, and you'll see Sandrado come in, and he's got an approach shot. Now, the number one approach shot you can hit in singles is a cross-court backhand to the opponent's backhand, right? Or just a cross-court, not even a backhand, but just a cross-court ball to your opponent's backhand. It actually has the highest winning percentage on the Pro Tour, and it's going to be no different in recreational tennis. Now, right here is a really cool thing. Let me just show you what happens. And I want to talk about this because there is so much smart movement and thinking going on right here. First, when Rob shows a slice backhand right here, there are really a couple things he could do. One is he could just drive it down the line. Second is he could float it cross court. Third is he could go for a lob up over Sandrado's head. Well, we see that Rob hits this short little dink that gets Sandrado below net level. This is completely on purpose. And one of the ways we know this is on purpose is I want you to watch Rob's movement. You know, it's so important that you connect movement with your shot. So when you go for a certain shot, that you make a particular move. And we can see that. He hits the ball with a little bit of a dink low, and he's not trying to win the point off this shot. He's trying to give Sandrado a low volley, which is going to force Sandrado to volley up. Look at Rob. The moment he hits this ball, he immediately starts going forward. When you hit a shot, and you get your opponent to hit a low volley, you want to immediately move forward inside the court because your opponent's going to have to pop that ball up. And if you can come in, then you have a chance of getting to that ball. Now, I want to show you how smart Sandrado's reply is. So remember, Sandrado has a low volley. One of the most common mistakes recreational players and pros make with a low volley is they volley cross court. When you have a low ball and you hit cross court, what you end up doing is moving your opponent to the opposite side as compared to where you are. See, when you have a low volley, it's very tough to win the point. you're going to have to keep the point going, basically. That's kind of your thinking. So if you can keep the ball in front of you, then if your opponent gets to it, you're in position. You watch so many recreational players, they're moving off to the side, they volley cross court, then the opponent gets to the ball and it easily passes them down the line. But watch what Sandrato does. He hits a drop volley in front of him. That way, Rob has to go to where Sandrato is. So even if Rob gets to this ball, Sandrato is there to volley it into the open court. It would be a big mistake for Sandrato to hit this ball cross court because Rob is coming in. He'd easily get there because he's already running forward and he would pass down the line. So the fact that Sandrato hits this ball down the line, keeping it in front of him, such a smart play. Rob and Sandrato, I loved analyzing this point. There was so much correct that we could all copy. Now, if you're looking for an incredibly simple way to learn how to win more singles matches, you got to check out the new online solution from Will Hamilton over at Fuzzy Yellow Balls called The New Rules of Singles. This is Craig O'Shaughnessy. He is the leading stats guy in the world on what is working on the pro tours and what is not working for both men's and women's singles. And in this online solution, he's going to teach you everything on how to play better singles so you can beat your toughest opponents. To check out the new rules of singles, you can do one of two things. You can simply go to the Fuzzy Yellow Balls app in the App Store, or you can click the link. It's in the description. I'm also going to pin it in the first comment. And if you're looking for new people in your local area to play matches against or practice with, maybe you want to find a local league at your level, or you want to find a coach who's close to you who can help you with your game, then use my link for Play Your Court, and it's playyourcourt.com/2minutetennis. When you use my link to sign up, you get 50% off. Two main things I want you to take away from this video. One, as the baseliner, having someone attack you, and second is when you are the person attacking. If someone attacks you, don't feel like you have to avoid them, but rather just think of it as, I'm going to make them hit the ball low. I want to make them volley below net level. When you make your opponents volley from below net level, the chances of winning go way up. And what we saw from Rob is as soon as he hit this little chip backhand cross court low, he immediately started going forward. That was so smart. It is very obvious that Rob is a smart player. He felt Sandrato come forward, he chipped it cross court low, and he immediately came forward inside the baseline, knowing that Sandrato had to volley up. Now, Sandrato made an absolutely incredible drop shot, but it wasn't just the quality of that drop volley. It was the fact that he kept the ball in front of him that was so smart. Anybody can attempt a drop volley, but do they know enough to keep the ball in front of them? When Sandrato had this low volley, it was imperative that he kept the ball in front of him. Remember, low volleys have to go up. So if you volley cross court, especially when your body weight is going this way, Rob was already coming in, so he would just turn the corner and take that ball down the line. The fact that Sandrato kept the ball in front of him made sure that even if Rob did get to that ball, at least Sandrato is here to bisect the down the line and cross-court pass, and Sandrato is in a much better position. Study this video, think about it, maybe review videos of yourself playing singles, and look for moments when your opponent comes in. Did you give them a low ball and move inside the baseline? If you did, awesome. When you're at the net, if you have a low volley, are you keeping the ball in front of you so that when the opponent goes and gets the ball, you're in proper place to cover the down the line and cross-court passes? If you are, great. Study this, make sure you're copying these strategies, and there's no doubt you're going to gain confidence, win more matches, and play much better tennis. This is Ryan Reedy from 2minutetennis.net. You got this.